This was sent to several mystery channels a few years ago, but it started circulating on social media again recently. We are in a hospital in Peru. The security camera detects movement in an empty hallway in the early hours of the morning. The guard reviews the recording and can't believe what he's seen. Watch carefully what appears on the floor.
Si sabía qué va a dejarlo. Venga. This is a sack, isn't it? Or a hoe. It's a hoe. Aquí no vienes hasta el...
There's a white, flat, translucent object that jumps over and over again without stopping. The guard thought it could be a bag or maybe a rag, but neither of those things bounces like that on its own, and there was no draft. No one went to check in person. Is it a piece of cloth caught in some ventilation system that's not visible on camera? Or is there something else moving through the halls of that hospital late at night? The recording is here. You judge. A subscriber shared this video with us that circulated on TikTok some time ago. A girl named Ariana was alone in her room, completely in the dark, and decided to call her cat Sky. It seemed like just another night until that moment. Look closely at what comes out from under the bed.
Sky! Sky! Cadê Sky? Meu Deus! Meu Deus, o que é isso? Parece o povo. Mãe? Mãe? Ai, meu Deus! Mãe! Tu não tava aqui na correia! Tu tava assim! Eu te vi aqui no tapete!
First, what appears to be an arm comes out. Then a silhouette on all fours appears, as if someone had been hiding there the whole time. Ariana runs toward her thinking it's her mom playing a prank on her, but when she checks under the bed, there's no one there. There isn't anywhere else to hide in the room, and at that very moment, her cat Sky comes running in from the hallway, followed by her mom from another room. Do you think it was a well-executed trick, or is there something that doesn't quite add up? Leave your verdict in the comments. In the United States, a woman lost her sister Janet after Janet spent months battling an illness. Before she died, Janet used to joke that one day she would come back as a ghost to bother her loved ones. At the time, it just seemed like dark humor, nothing more. But then strange things started happening. Objects disappearing and reappearing in odd places, the TV turning on by itself, and even unexplained sounds all over the house.
Do you hear it? I'm telling you. Oh my god. Dude, I'm telling you, it's Jeanette.
In the video, the microwave starts beeping as if someone is pressing its buttons.
Oh my god. Dude, I'm telling you, it's Jeanette.
Then you can also hear the dishwasher. The woman cries and says it has to be Janet. She had promised her. Maybe it's just an electrical glitch. Maybe Janet kept her promise in a way no one expected. Tell me, do you think it's a sign? Pure coincidence? In Wales, a woman records from outside the famous Margan castle, a castle closed for renovations. The upper floors, according to those who know the place, are so deteriorated that no one should be there. No visitors, no workers, not even the staff. But now look at the strange detail. In one of the upper windows, a figure appears moving behind the glass. It doesn't seem to be outside or reflected from the courtyard. It seems to be passing inside a completely restricted area. The logical explanation points to a reflection, a distortion of the old glass, a deceptive shadow. But the more disturbing version connects with the legends of the castle. Former workers, children in the nursery area, and presences seen over the years. Was it just an echo effect? Or was someone looking where no one could enter? This is the video that has generated the most comments in recent weeks. A driver was driving through Upton in New Orleans. It was a normal morning when suddenly his passenger pointed to the sky.
Might catch my attention while I'm driving, and then I'm gonna keep looking at it. And then I've been in attention. Cause might catch my attention while I'm driving, and then I'm gonna keep looking at it. And then I've been.
There was something huge and black floating there. It wasn't an advertising balloon. It didn't have the shape of a kite, and its size, considering the distance, was enormous. The comments on the video exploded. A giant dementor, an extraterrestrial being, a creature from another dimension. But what caught the most attention was that several users said they had also seen it. One wrote, "I saw something just like that months ago, 500 kilometers away with my brother." And he attached a photo. It was exactly the same. Some people say it's a very sophisticated kite at a very high altitude. But the comments themselves point out that comets don't go that high, and that movement doesn't seem controlled. Something was over New Orleans that day, and apparently it wasn't the first time. Tell me, what did they see? The last word is yours. This clip was recorded from a moving car at night on an empty road in Mexico. The driver notices something on the other side of a metal fence. It's a figure standing still, not moving. It seems to be wearing a long black trench coat, a wide-brimmed hat, and holding a cane resting on the ground. But pay attention to what it doesn't do. It doesn't blink, it doesn't move, it doesn't even seem to breathe. When the video went viral, hundreds of people in the comments wrote the same thing. It's the Hat Man, a figure that appears in sleep paralysis stories all over the world, faceless, watching from the corners or at the foot of the bed. All the testimonies agree on something very unsettling. You must never meet its gaze. Tell me, have you ever seen anything like this, even if only in your dreams? Maria worked as a nurse in a hospital, and she liked to take the night shifts. According to her, several co-workers have heard footsteps, banging, and voices in the hallways where there shouldn't be anyone. That's why she started recording herself every time she was alone. One of those nights during her shift, after a patient passed away and the body was removed, Maria went in to clean the room. The atmosphere had changed, the room was empty, but in the video it feels like something is still there.
The second one felt emptier here. I peeked in, but not all the way, just like this. Then I closed the door to clean the bathroom.
And I went in to clean the bathroom. And I saw that she was sitting here, and I said, oh, I need to go to the bathroom, and I closed it. I mean, I was locked in there. And when I came out of the bathroom, I peeked out and saw that there was nothing.
There's no clear figure. The tension is in the sounds, in the heavy silence, and in Maria's reaction, who seems completely convinced that she wasn't alone. It could be just stress, fatigue, or suggestibility after a very tough night. Some places hold something of those who have already gone.
And I said I had to use the bathroom. When I closed the door, I got locked in. After I came out, I peeked and saw nothing was there.
But Maria's case doesn't end there. Another night, while she was working in the hospital basement, she decided to record because she felt that uncomfortable sensation of being watched again. The hallway is almost empty, cold, and with that typical hospital lighting, which already makes you nervous. And then it happens. For barely half a second. It doesn't walk toward her. It doesn't stand there staring. It's just there and disappears immediately. The rational theory says it could have been a worker, a shadow, or a camera glitch. The supernatural points to something else, a patient who never left. Do you think Maria captured a real shadow or a presence in the hospital?
All the videos I uploaded, I recorded on one occasion when I had to work at night. And honestly, there was no one there. Where you supposedly see someone going in, there's a wall. If you play it in slow motion, you'll notice.
Let's see if we catch this mouse in the morning. And then Ted will have to believe me that there's something running above his bedrooms.
Lisa thought she had mice in the basement of her 14th century French castle. So she left a camera recording all night.
So this would be around 2:30. This happens.
The idea was very simple. Catch the animal crossing the floor and solve the mystery. But look at what happens.
Now you hear the lights turning off at the door.
The motion sensor light.
Yes.
Damn it, what? There's a shadow there. I can see a shadow moving through.
Yes. Keep watching.
A heavy door opens by itself. You can even hear the latch. The motion sensor light turns on. And in the dim light.
Damn it, what? There's a shadow there.
Yes.
I can see a shadow moving through it.
Yes.
A shadow appears moving through the room. It doesn't look small or fast like a mouse. It seems like something bigger moving through the basement.
Damn it, what? There's a shadow there.
Yes.
I can see a shadow moving through it.
Yes. Keep watching.
Oh my god, what? It has to be an animal or something like that, right?
That was a big shadow for an animal.
What?
The rational explanation could be a draft, a door that wasn't closed properly, or a shadow caused by the light. But in a place with 700 years of history, others prefer to think that not everything within these walls is alive. What do you think crossed that basement? This video has been online for more than 10 years. It was recorded by a man named Luther in his own house for no special reason. He just wanted to keep a record of his day-to-day life. But what he ended up recording was a real nightmare.
Go to Gamefly.com now. Click the joystick in the top right corner. Enter Soldier in the box and get started with a free extended trial. And remember, you can cancel at any time. Product shown rated E through F. Gamefly also offers gift certificates for the game on your life. Save up to 20%. I love game. You can't save with Progressive. Buy people gas. You're so kind. Thank you. You can so I'm happy sharing my savings with the people I meet. Look at this in Albuquerque. Saving it for. Now that's progressive. It's when these velocity gets sent on great TV. Wish you what you need, large line classics on the jar. Indeed, for our sweet forbidden price, what to lines, it also offers gift certificates for the game on your line. Save up to 20%. I love game. You can't save with progressive.
In the background of the image, just when you least expect it, something happens. The kitchen pantry door starts to open by itself, slowly, and suddenly something shoots out and falls to the floor with a loud thud. Luther turns around, but there's no one there, only the object on the floor. The curious thing about this case is that no one knows what happened to Luther afterwards. The video is still circulating on social media to this day. He disappeared off the radar. Physical coincidence, or is there something else in his house? You have the final word. A Reddit user known as Amphibian said that in 2014, when she was a child, she was watching a movie with her family. Her dad, her siblings, and other relatives were in the same room, and she, bored, took a picture without thinking too much. But when she looked at it, she noticed something impossible to ignore.
As soon as I looked at the picture, I remember how confused I was and how I looked around the room, making sure everyone was here with me. And then I wondered if my brother had played a prank on me somehow. Everyone else was really confused too, so I showed them the picture and it was like everyone lost their soul at the same time. I hate this picture. I really do. I hate looking at it and I avoid it as much as possible. The glass door that her face looks through is frosted and doesn't reflect anything or show anything on the other side, which has always confused me. Also, the front door is right behind my dad, so it's impossible for a whole person to fit there sideways.
Behind her father, in a frosted glass door, a face seems to be peeking out. The strange thing is that, according to her, that door didn't reflect anything clearly. There wasn't enough space for a person to be standing like that either. The rational explanation could be pareidolia, a mix of shadows and shapes, but for her, that photo is still one of the most unsettling things she's ever seen. Would you delete that image or keep it to try to understand it someday? A night cleaner in China recorded something that left him speechless for hours. He was working alone in the early morning in an empty building when suddenly he started hearing noises coming from the bathrooms. That's why he took out his cell phone and decided to go in while recording. Pay close attention to the back of the row of stalls.
I know. Ai đồng đi đâu? Ai đâu? Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Ai đâu? Tôi lầy bày đó. Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Có ai không? Có ai trong không? Ai đâu? Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Ai đây? Ai đâu? vez.
The man opens them one by one, but there's nothing there. However, the sounds didn't stop until the last door slowly opened by itself without anyone pushing it. He checked the security camera footage from the entire building and noticed something strange on his screen. He went back there to confirm it. In the window of a dark room, he found a woman with a hat and long hair falling over her face. She was standing looking outside, and then she simply disappeared into the darkness. What would you do if you were the cleaner and heard that at 3 in the morning? Tell me. In a kitchen, a security camera records a small closet that barely fits a washer and a dryer. The strange thing is that the doors only have handles on the outside. From the inside, in theory, no one can open them or push them easily, and then it happens.
The camera keeps rolling.
The doors slam shut with a sharp force as if someone had slammed them from the inside. But the house is empty. Toward the end of the clip, a light that supposedly didn't work starts to flicker. A logical explanation would be air pressure, pipe vibrations, or a poorly fitted door. But that doesn't fully explain a supposedly dead light coming on at the exact moment. Was it an electrical coincidence, or did something pass through that kitchen? A girl is recording a vlog at night, alone in the pool at her house.
Falei só pedacinho, né? Eu tava dormindo.
Everything seems very calm. Dark water, silence, and the camera pointing at her. But behind her, something shatters the calm.
Eu tava dormindo.
For just a second, a pale hand comes out of the water. It doesn't splash much, it doesn't move frantically, it doesn't seem to be asking for help.
Gente, vocês perceberam que apareceu?
It just emerges, shows itself, and goes back down. She noticed something out of the corner of her eye. She turns her head and there's nothing there anymore.
Não, gente, aquilo foi a pata da Meg, eu vou lá.
Bora.
Gente, que babado foi esse? Ui.
They say maybe it could be a pet, a strange reflection, or someone off camera playing a prank on her. But according to the scene, there was no one else in the water, and the shape doesn't look like an animal's paw. Was this a camera illusion, or was there something beneath the surface? You decide.
Não, gente, aquilo foi a pata da Meg, eu vou lá.
This is really creepy. Look at this.
Pasha lives in a secluded house in the countryside, and for days he had been feeling like someone was watching him. One night, he decided to run a test. He gets up from his armchair, turns off the light, and records the room in the dark.
1, 2, 3. There's a silhouette right in front of me.
The unsettling thing appeared right there. In front of him, you can see a human silhouette, dark and still, as if it had been standing in the room the whole time, waiting for the light to go out.
No, this is wrong.
When he turns it on again, nothing is there.
I turn the light back on. There's nothing there. So where the hell is that shadow coming from?
No object, no coat, no obvious explanation. The rational explanation could be a shadow created by furniture, reflections, or the camera adjusting to the darkness. The other option is that the house wasn't as empty as it seemed. What would you have done if you saw that figure in front of you?
No, this is a disaster.
Thank you for watching the video up to this point. Only the brave make it this far. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more horror. Have some good nightmares.